What's cracking? What's cracking? What's cracking, everybody, man?
Yeah.
Shout out to the Wasp Nest, man. Episode 17, season 2. The season that will be concluded in the upcoming weeks, man. It's been a great season. It's been a great show. Y'all been tapping in consistently. We appreciate y'all for that, man. Much love. Can't wait to see what's next for season 3, man. I hope y'all stay locked in as we close out the season here, man. 3 more episodes to go, man, in season 2. Hope y'all be enjoying the shows, man. Again, much love, everybody, for tapping in. Don't forget to comment, like, subscribe, share, all that, man. Tell your friends about the show. And with that said, man, what up, Brad? What's going on, brother?
What's popping? What's popping, man? We back in here, man. Again, another week. We at 37 episodes right now. 2 seasons. We're going crazy,
work,
man.
Bro.
We're going crazy. I don't know if you got anything to sip, but we're going crazy.
I'm about to go ahead and entertain the people. Grab a little something,
yeah, so we back in this bitch, man. Breadwinner TV, Squadcast TV, Breadwinner TV, the Wasp Nest. We in here. We appreciate everybody for tapping in, who all of our regulars and everybody who's new to the channel, man. Y'all make sure y'all like, share, comment, subscribe to both of our pages, and y'all can catch these episodes once a week on either or channel. So, without further ado, we're gonna get into these topics. We're waiting on Chucky to get it finish doing what he's doing, but we got some crazy topics for y'all today, man. And like I said, man, we appreciate y'all for being here. We do have. I'm gonna check with Chucky to see if we have a number. Maybe we can put a number up. Maybe if you guys want to call in. We appreciate the last guest that called in on not our last episode, but the episode before that. So we're trying to engage more. We're trying to interact with our subscribers and our supporters more. So, and we want to hear what y'all got to say. We want to hear what y'all opinions are, whether it be good or bad, whether you got something to say about us, whether you got something to say about the topic or anything, man. Y'all let us know, man. Y'all tap in. I'm gonna see if I can pull it up on my phone, and maybe we can put the number down at the bottom.
Hey, I'm back, man. Hey, I just wanna let the people know, man. Fuck you, D Money. The nigga tried to tap in on my live when I was doing the live on the back on.
I see you say something. I didn't know if he was actually in there or not.
yeah, but he tried to comment and shit. I had to talk my shit, man. But what's happening, man? Catch me up, man. What was you saying to the people, man?
No, I was just letting them know. I'm gonna try to see while we're doing this if I got the app still downloaded. Maybe we can run the phone number at the bottom.
Oh yeah, for sure.
And just see if anybody taps in or whatever, and I'll just let everybody know, man. Just
hit what's the number? Up, man. I'm gonna add that motherfucker, man.
Yeah,
what's the number?
I think I gotta reset the number.
Okay, yeah. But go ahead and do your thing, man. But yeah, man. We in the meantime, while he's setting that up, man, we got some good topics, man. We got Lil Boosie, Charelston White beef. I remember Boosie said that he didn't want no smoke with Charelston, man. We're gonna cover that. Again, Charelston White, no matter how you feel about his antics, I believe he's undefeated. Again, I mean, he had the little incident when he was on stage, but still, I don't think that was a complete L for him because he came out unscathed. They didn't take $1 from him. They didn't take his chains. So that's not really an L. He's undefeated, man. We got Putin, Vladimir Putin, out of all people, is trying to look. If he say Jesus is black, I believe the nigga, bro. So he saying Jesus is black. That's crazy. We're gonna cover that. We got Kendrick Lamar came out with this fire ass diss song for J. Cole and Drake, because I don't know if I remember that song.
This might be
J. Cole did with, what is it called?
First person shooter.
First person shooter. J. Cole was like, he said we the big three. Is it Kendrick, Audrey, or me? Now, when he said that, again, that wasn't really taking shots. That was him kind of showing love to Kendrick. And Kendrick came out and was like, man, there ain't no such thing as a big three. It's just big me. Ooh, that was fire. We're going to cover that. And then we're going to cover, I guess, Russia, man. Russia just got bombed. So we got great topics, man. We're going to be a fun show. Again, everybody that taps in, much love, man. Did you get that number, Kraken?
Yeah, I just texted to you.
Okay. Why you just tell it? Just tell it to me.
Oh,
we have to display it anyways.
All right. So if y'all hold on, where you go? Okay. So if y'all want to tap in, man, y'all want to call in, give y'all opinions, y'all want to call in, talk shit about how I got the little baby dreads and how my damn hair is short as hell right
dreads,
now.
By the way.
If you guys want to make fun of my dreads, if you guys want to call in, talk shit to Chucky,
yeah,
don't matter, man. Call in, man. We looking for some engagement, man. We appreciate everybody who's tapping in, all the genuine subscribers. And the number is.
Hold on one second.
Okay.
One second. Sorry.
I'm not. Go ahead.
All right, ready.
The number to call in is 707 660 4858.
4858. Yeah, make sure y'all come up and talk some shit, man. All criticism welcome. We ain't no haters up here. You feel me? Y'all want to criticize, we gonna accept it. We gonna talk shit back, so don't get mad, my nigga. You feel me? You come up, you call up here talking some shit. Don't be mad when niggas start talking about your mama and shit. Just saying.
Yeah.
You come in peace, we come in peace. You come up here talking shit, we gonna flame you. So come up here, have some thick skin, and we gonna have fun, man. It's all entertainment at the end of the day, man.
It's all fun. All fun.
Until somebody's feelings get hurt now.
Yeah. It ain't no fun when the rabbit got the gun.
Right. All right, man. I think we should get into the show, man. All right, we're gonna start off with Lil Boosie, Charelston White, man. So as most of you probably know, man, Lil Boosie and Charelston White have actually done a great job at like getting past each other, because at this point in time, I'm so shocked that there hasn't been like a major back and forth between them. Maybe there has, maybe there hasn't, but nothing that went extremely viral. However, man, so Lil Boosie finally caught the Charelston White smoke. I just want to, before I get into the beef, I do want to play a kind of a throwback clip of Lil Boosie, pretty much saying that he don't want no smoke with Charelston White, man. You know, he went on the Breakfast Club and was like, man, I don't want no smoke with Charelston White, man. That's some smoke I don't want. So let me know if y'all can hear this, all right, and if y'all can see everything.
He's the one who got your son arrested.
Yeah,
okay.
How do you feel about stuff like that?
Who got my son arrested?
You said Charelston White went on the record.
I don't know, man. I don't fuck with Charelston White. That nigga, they'll brush. I ain't fucking with y'all. I'm keeping that nigga name out my mouth. That day, that's a threat to my success.
Yeah.
Charelston White.
All right, so I don't want to play too much of that for copyright reasons, but I think that's just enough to where y'all get the point and I don't get copyrighted. All right, so however, that's just a little backstory of how Lil Boosie didn't want to smoke with Charelston White. So obviously, since all this happened, man, what they were referring to in that video was Lil Boosie's son went at Charelston White. And instead of Charelston White firing back at his son, he fired back at Boosie. In other words, like, get this little badass kid of yours, and he fired back with this. So Charelston White shares Boosie's alleged federal paperwork from when he was arrested for weapon violations and claims Lil Boosie snitched on himself.
Before you continue, the number is 4858.
Oh, did I get it wrong? Okay. I'm sorry. Let's change that. All right, let's change the number real quick, y'all. I apologize about that. My fault. I'm glad
we're gonna get it right.
Glad you corrected it before we got too deep in the show. It's 48.
Yeah, 4858.
4858. So 707-660-4858.
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. All right, that's updated. Let me know if that's good.
That's good.
Yeah. All right, cool. All right, so look, man, Charelston White. Charelston White is straight savage, man. Hold up. So this is what Charelston White. Hold on. Let me go. Oh fuck! I had all this shit lined up. Okay, so. All right, so let me play. I think I should play this first. Hold up, where's it at? Let me play this one first. So here's a video of the incident of how the paperwork that Charelston White allegedly has, which we about to read, by the way. This is the video that caused Boosie to even be in this situation where he had to snitch on himself. Here we go.
Oh wait, you gotta put it on the screen again.
So just so y'all know, man, he had a Lil Boosie. Yeah,
you gotta put it on the screen. It's not displayed.
Oh, I'm glad you told me. Okay, for sure. Good looking. Tripping. Unprofessional as fuck today. All right, so here's the video of Lil Boosie, man. He's on, he on parole, probation, and all the shit that you on when you a street nigga. And his is him getting caught up.
He on parole, probation, and all.
And this is him getting caught up on live with a fucking pistol on him.
Boosie pleaded not guilty on Monday to one count of felony firearm possession during his first court appearance after his arrest earlier this month. For those not privy to said arrest, the rapper was arrested by San Diego police on May 6th after a traffic stop at 4700 Market Street in the Choyas neighborhood. What prompted the stop was not disclosed by San Diego police. However, officers allegedly recovered 2 loaded handguns in the vehicle. Ergo, Boosie being charged with one count of felony possession of a firearm by a prohibited person during his arraignment Monday morning.
All right, so that's the backstory, and then so when he got arrested, here is the statement that he gave to the law enforcement, which was what Charelston White was referring to of him snitching on himself. And I'm gonna go ahead and read this to y'all, man. So it says at around 17 hours, and for those of you that don't know military time, this is about 5:17 p.m. I attempted to interview Hatch, which is Mr. Lil Boosie, regarding this investigation. Hatch was agitated over his arrest. Before I could begin speaking with him, Hatch stated the guns were in the bag. Hatch went on to say, when the officers asked him if he had any weapons, Hatch said no. Hatch went on to say, I don't carry any weapons. Hatch wanted to know what he was being charged with. I told him everyone was getting charged for weapons violations. Hatch said that driver works for the promoter at the Phantom. He's just a driver. I asked Hatch for his name, and Hatch said, if you're charging me, the only thing I'm going to give you is my name. I told Hatch that was fine, and he confirmed his name and date of birth. Hatch repeatedly told me that this is a bad charge. Before I could read Hatch his Miranda rights, he went on to tell me that he had 2 guns and they flew out here from Atlanta. I told Hatch I wanted to read him his rights. I started to admonish Hatch when he interrupted me to ask what he was being charged with. I told Hatch he was being charged with gun possession. Hatch raised his voice and said, the guns were in the bag. Hatch said, you're reading me a false charge. I attempted to admonish Hatch a second time, and he continued to state the guns were in his bag. He interrupted me again as he repeated the guns were in his bag. The marijuana was in my hand, Hatch said. The gun was not on the seat. It was clear to me Hatch was not listening to me, and I tried to read the Miranda admonishment. Hatch wanted me to view the body-worn camera footage before I charged him with anything. I told Hatch he was already charged. Hatch continued to make unsolicited voluntary statements. He insisted the guns came out of the bag that was on his Johnson's shoulder. I told Hatch I hear what he's saying, but in order for me to speak with him about what we know, I would have to read him his rights. Hatch continued to tell me the guns were in his Johnson's bag and there was nothing on the seat at all. Hatch told us they get stopped all the time and the guns are in his bag. Hatch told me Officer Vacarler went in his Johnson's bag and pulled out the guns. Hatch spoke about flying with the guns and claiming them at the airport. I told Hatch I could not arrest him if the guns were in the bag, and Hatch agreed. But in this case, the gun was not in the bag. I told Hatch I could explain it to him, but I need to admonish him first. Hatch requested I get the officer and ask her about it. We told him we already did that. Hatch continued to raise his voice, repeated the guns are always in his bag and he carries them to protect me. At this point, it was clear Hatch was not going to allow me to admonish him. So I told Hatch the interview was over. I got up and told Hatch I would review the body-worn camera footage. Hatch said, thank you. Hatch continued to speak about the guns. I did not ask him any questions about possession. I told Hatch I would be reviewing the video footage. Hatch calmed down for a while as he continued to tell me the guns were in the bag. And during the traffic stop, he confirmed with his security that both guns were in the bag prior to exiting the interview room. Detective Williams placed a photo on the table. Detective Williams told Hatch this was why he was here at the police headquarters. The photo was posted on Instagram, and in the photo, Hatch was standing at the video shoot wearing the same clothes, and you could clearly see a black Glock style handgun tucked in the back of his waistband. Detective Williams said that's a gun, and Hatch said he knew it was a gun, and they put it there for the video shoot. I told Hatch that was why I wanted to talk to him because I already spoke with his security, and the stories aren't matching up. Hatch began to making more unsolicited voluntary statements about the gun.
Notice they keep saying unsolicited voluntary statements.
In other words, he just giving his information out. Hatch stated they gave him the gun and he had to put it back in his pocket. He was only there for about 30 minutes and he gave it back to his security guard. I did not ask Hatch any questions about the video shoot or the gun that was in the photo. I told Hatch I was going to put him back in the police car and check the video footage. So yeah, so that's what happened, man. And then this was just a photo of the gun was placed right there. So yeah, man, that's all I said, man. You don't fuck with Charleston White, bro. You can't win against it. Anybody that's quick to call the police on you and pretty much use the law against you if you a street nigga, unless you willing to pretty much crash out and pay for a hit or do some dirt yourself, you pretty much gotta let the civilians win, man. In my opinion.
I mean, yeah, for the most part, yeah, you can't really get mad at civilians for quote unquote snitching on you if you're telling on yourself. And in reality, because I mean, I covered this situation with the Boosie, getting locked up in San Diego for that, and it was actually, I mean, well, I guess we're finding out now that it may have, Charleston White may have been involved, but there was a dude by the name, I think his name was K2 or something like that, from some Crip hood out there, and they're saying he was involved in the music video. I guess that's where Boosie shot the video at in his neighborhood.
Yeah,
and he was the one who actually got those photos and those videos, the one that you play. Mm-hmm. So they're saying maybe he might have been involved because they're saying that he was an informant, alleging that he was an informant. And so I don't know. But now in that case, I would consider that snitch if it was him that had something to do with it. But if it was Charleston White, then I mean, yeah, you can call it snitching, but he tells you what he's going to do before he does it. He gives you fair warning. I think it was wise of Boosie to say, and let it be known out loud, like, I don't want no problems with Charleston White.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think he
got dragged into it anyway.
Yeah, I was gonna say he got caught in the crossfire because of his, his son and different antics that his son, not only his son but himself, were getting involved in. So, and it just, it just made more content for Charleston White, and he's going to utilize that to his advantage. So, you can't really call it snitching with Charleston White.
No, not at all.
I will say, I said this from the beginning, I do feel like that's kind of like Boosie kind of telling on himself or putting himself in a situation that he should have never been in. And if he was, and if he did, if that situation played out, the way that it did, then I think that based off of his persona, his image, and the kind of person that he portrays himself to be, from what I would think is that, and this is from a civilian looking in, from what a fan of Boosie, I would think that you would not say anything at all if they, ask you all these questions or even approach you or arrest you. If you're arrested at this point, why are you even giving quote unquote giving what did he say? Yeah, involuntary, unsolicited, unsolicited involuntary information. Why are you talking so much? You have the money for a lawyer. You have the money to, if you wanted to play it out like, okay, this was a prop and this was, either the gun wasn't real or it wasn't my gun or it was just for the video, then play that out in court. You said too much at the beginning and you gave too much of a case for the investigators as is. And not only that, as far as your image goes, you gave too much information to the point to where when we get the paperwork and we see it, now we see why is he talking so much? Because anybody else, I think Boosie would be talking shit like, don't say nothing.
For sure, bro. For sure.
You should have just went, took the L, got locked up, and fought that from inside.
100%.
And I think people would have respected that more.
I agree. And again, bro, like if I'm a little Boosie, bro, and you like obviously he knows what a beef with Charleston White could do as being a street nigga and Charleston White being this like quote unquote glorified snitch, and your son being involved with him. To me, it's like an automatic given that he's going to attack you. I mean, he's going to attack your son too, but you're going to be pulled into this. So if I'm Boosie, I'm letting my son know, like, hey, look, man, leave this man alone, bro. Because again, unless you can somehow touch him, right? Which again, we're not advocating for that, but just for this example, you're never gonna win, bro, because he has law enforcement on his side, and he's not afraid to, bring police into the situation. And now you got him, the nigga that you never wanted beef with, posting something that make you look really bad as far as paperwork on you. Regardless if you was telling on somebody else or yourself, you were still talking to the police as a street nigga without them even.
And he wouldn't have had anything. He wouldn't have had anything on Boosie if he didn't say anything. This whole situation just looks bad at the fact that Boosie is talking the officer keeps saying he gave unsolicited involuntary information. That's why it's a problem. It's like, why did you continue to talk and talk? And the officer is saying that you're giving this it's unsolicited. He ain't even asking you about this. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, so it's like you're trying to, and I think if I remember correctly, I think the situation was he was trying to get people were speculating that he was trying to like kind of pass that off to his fall guy. And that's the reason why he was talking so much and basically like kind of like hinting to his fall guy, like, you need to
you better take the charge. Yeah, exactly.
So which I think is possible. I mean,
it's probably
he said before that he's had, that's how he rolls. You know what I mean? Like he'll have any street nigga, he was saying that any boss, he was saying, should have a fall guy, basically, especially if you're still in the streets or if you're a street nigga, you know what I mean? So yeah, man, I don't know. I just think, like you said, it's a bad look. And hey, it's Charleston White doing what Charleston White does.
Absolutely. Again, Charleston White undefeated against street niggas.
Shouts out to Boosie though, because I feel bad. I do feel like he got caught in the crossfire. I don't think he was looking for that. I don't think he, like other people who try to antagonize Charleston White, I don't think he was antagonizing.
Agreed. All right, man. Next up, we got Vladimir Putin, which is crazy ironic that both of these stories actually ran at the same time, because I know you're about to talk about the Russians getting bombed. But Vladimir Putin came out and allegedly, according to him, here's a quick clip of him, saying that the Europeans is hiding from that Jesus is black, bro, pretty much. So it says today Vladimir Putin reveals to the world that a secret that European has been hiding from African for more than a millennium, that Jesus was black. And here's the short clip.
Today, Vladimir Putin reveals to the world a secret that European has been hiding from African for more than a millennium, that Jesus was black.
So for those of you that want to get a little close up, there's a close up image of this, and here it is. This is.
Wait a minute. Okay.
Yeah.
Now, not that I'm disagreeing with this fact.
Come on, man.
I definitely believe that's 100% true. But okay, he said this has been hidden for more than a millennium. Right. How old is this picture? How old is that artifact that he had in his hand?
That's a good question. I'm not quite sure.
The only reason I say that is because if I don't know, this picture just looks kind of like it looks too new. It looks too fresh. Like
it looks too modern, huh?
Yeah, it looks too modern. It's like, come on, like this. I thought he was gonna pull out some ancient, I don't know, the lock of hair or something like something that they've been hiding. But like this shit looked like somebody could have just painted this and he just put it in a box or something. But I definitely believe that that Christ was black. But hey, if it takes
Russian president,
Putin, to say it for people to believe it, then hey,
not for kids. No, absolutely, I agree, bro. I agree. I just thought this was funny, man. There lately, you know, I feel like we live here.
I was excited. I thought he was gonna pull out. I thought he was gonna pull out some shit. I'm like, what's in the box?
I feel like we live in a time of we live in a time of truth now because the internet, bro. And I think a lot of, you know, we live in a time where we can cipher through a lot of I would say disinformation, misinformation, and a lot of shit that we otherwise didn't have access to as far as knowledge or enlightenment or whatever it may be, because of the internet. And you know, there's a lot of shit gets censored, of course, but at least the shit that cycles that gets through the censorship, you know, we're able to kind of get more truths and stuff like that. And this was a truth that I've been told for a very long time, but it's never been mainstream and it probably never will. But it's so fascinating that, I mean, Vladimir Putin, out of all motherfuckers, bro, to come out and say that, bro, that Jesus is black is very, very interesting. And there's been a lot of, and I'm not a fan of Putin by any means, bro. I just want to make that very clear. But there's been a lot of Putin sympathizers out there, bro. People who actually admire him, and these are American citizens, by the way, that find Putin to be a good leader or whatever, bro. But he's a fucking dictator and a tyrant. So he's definitely not a good person. But it is fast. So where I'm going with this is all these people that so-called look up to him so much. Y'all better take this as fact, bro. Don't try to switch up now.
Yeah.
Don't try to be like, no, you believe in him, but you don't believe in this one thing. Nah, y'all better stick with the narrative. You feel me?
Right. Yeah, exactly. Yes.
So yeah, I just found that fascinating, man. That was a quick
narrative. That's the facts. That's the truth.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I just thought that was funny. Anyways, bro, that's it for me, man. I think I'm gonna pass the torch over to you, brother, and it's all yours, my man. I appreciate everybody hearing me out, man.
Yeah, man. Okay. So great topic. Since you left off with the
you might as well come back.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and come back with it. So there's 60 dead and 145 injured in concert hall. So I believe there was a bombing or a shooting. Oh no, it was a shooting in Moscow. So let me.
Oh, it was a shooting.
Yeah. So those of you guys who know the
I should probably
the whole
change
war
this.
that's going on in Ukraine and
Let me change
different things like that. That's becoming a big problem as far as that. As far as for them, I guess. I mean, it's becoming a problem for us. I know. I mean, people talk about our tax dollars and soldiers and different things that we use to on our end as far as aiding them, and it's just basically it's not beneficial on our end, but
not at all.
Yeah, so but that's
Not
a
at
whole
all.
story. We'll talk about that another time. But other than that, like I said, 60 dead. There's reported 60 dead and 145 killed. Let me injured. Let me pull it up. There you go. So Russia says 60 dead, 145 injured in concert hall raid. Islamic State group claims responsibility.
Word.
So it says Russian officials say more than 60 people. Well, you know what? Let me play this first because I think this pretty much is the text.
And there's a clear consensus around.
Oh, what just happened? Let's see, technicals. Oh, you know what? I always have a problem playing it on full screen. Let me refresh the page. Sorry about that.
Yeah, sometimes when you play videos like that's like on a website where it's not meant to play videos, they always have fucking
Clear
issues.
consensus
right
around a number of shared priorities.
Okay. Well, yeah. Well, that's loading. Let's find another one. I know there's another one. So let's see. This was 26 minutes ago. This is the most recent one anyway. So.
Oh, no doubt.
Oh. All right.
Oh shit!
So
they went in there terrorist style.
Yeah. So Islamic group claims. Was it Islamic State group claims responsibility for this in Moscow, a shooting at concert hall. So you can see. Man, there we go.
Damn. What the fuck, bro? They talking about I see. This is what I'm saying, bro. Like, this is why people need to arm themselves, just in case somebody get the balls and somebody think they tough and they decide to go do that, bro. If most people was armed, you'll be able to defend yourself against that, bro. You unarmed, you're done. There's literally nothing you could do but retreat and run, and you can't defend yourself against these. Whether it's domestic or foreign, you can't defend yourself against these ridiculous acts of like random mass shootings, bro.
Random acts of violence.
Yeah.
So it says here, assailants burst into a large concert hall in Moscow on Friday and sprayed the crowd with gunfire, killing over 60 people, injuring more than 100, and setting fire to the venue in a brazen attack just days after President Vladimir Putin cemented his grip on power in a highly orchestrated electoral landslide. The Islamic State group claimed responsibility for the attack in a statement posted on affiliate channels on social media. A U.S. intelligence official told the Associated Press that U.S. intelligence agencies had learned the group's branch in Afghanistan was planning an attack in Moscow and shared the information with Russian officials. It wasn't immediately clear that what happened to the attackers after the raid, which state investigators were investigating as terrorism. Let's see. It says the attack, which left the concert hall in flames with a collapsing roof, was the deadliest in Russia in years and came as the country's war in Ukraine dragged into a third year. Moscow Mayor Sergei Sobyanin called the raid a huge tragedy. The Kremlin said Putin was informed minutes after the assailants burst into Crocus City Hall, a large music venue on Moscow's western edge that can accommodate 6,000 people.
Holy shit. This is crazy, bro.
Yeah, this is wild. So like I said, this report is 26 minutes ago. So I don't know if this happened. This happened today, I guess.
I feel like it happened today. I feel like it might have happened today.
Oh man, come on.
Says a, quote, bloody terrorist attack is taking place inside a multi-level concert hall, as I said. Photos showed the Crocus City Music Hall engulfed in flames, and Russia's prosecutor general says men dressed in camouflage broke into the building and started shooting. Let's get to NBC News foreign correspondent Matt Bradley, who is following developments from London. Matt, what do we know right now?
Yeah, well, what we're hearing from Moscow news reports, from Russian news reports, is that it was something between 2 to 5 gunmen who stormed into this crowded concert hall. Not only did they shoot up the place and kill as now many as more than a dozen, possibly 14, though that number is probably going to be going up, they also detonated explosives. And as you can see in some of these images, started a huge fire. Now, this caused a lot of authorities to evacuate hundreds of people. And so far, we don't know who did it and who has claimed responsibility or the.
Oh wow!
Bitch ass ads. Bro.
I know what
every fucking where. Jesus,
come on now. Sorry about that, y'all. Technicals.
Yeah, it's all good.
But yeah, this is wild. I mean, 26 minutes ago, this is like almost like this is happening like
right now.
This happened.
The White House saying that there is no evidence so far that Ukraine had anything to do with this, but the Russians are now asking for the entire world to condemn these attacks Now, there is, as we heard from the White House just now, there has been a lot of division within Russia. This is something that we're seeing on the political level. There were recent elections that were widely slammed as being essentially fraudulent. And so this has opened up a lot of ruptures within Russian society that were already quite sensitive because of the ongoing war in Ukraine. So as authorities go about the business of trying to figure out who did this attack, a lot of speculation is almost certainly going to be falling on the Ukrainians. At the same time, this is going to raise a lot of memories of what happened back in Moscow back in 2002 when there was an attack, a hostage situation involving a lot of children on a theater in Moscow. That was perpetrated by the Chechen terrorists at the time. And that was a very, very bloody massacre. So again, we're going to be seeing tensions from all over the world coming back on Moscow. And this is something that is certainly going to be appearing in a lot of the domestic political discussion there as time goes on, and we're starting to hear more and more people discussing the war.
Matt, in trying to figure out what this concert hall is, it looks like it's a venue kind of like the Met here in New York City or Carnegie Hall. It's a proper concert hall with a stage and tiered seating. From video that appears to be posted from the actual incident that you can see on Russian social media, it's pretty scary. And there are a lot of folks inside, a lot of folks that appear to be trapped. Do we know if authorities have been able to catch the gunman? Is the shooting still ongoing?
That's something I'm going to have to get back to you on because I don't actually know. And I think it is still somewhat ongoing. That's something
26 minutes, 30 minutes ago.
Damn.
This is really just happened. So we're still getting a lot of details. We're already hearing statements from public officials asking for sympathy from the rest of the world. So this is something that, when you talk about whether or not it's ongoing, certainly the police operation trying to figure out who perpetrated this attack is only just beginning. And that could be quite an invasive and quite disruptive effort to try to find out who did this, because as we know now, the Russian security state is growing stronger and stronger as it's been enlisted to crush dissent against Vladimir Putin and against the war in Ukraine.
Yeah, there was only there was an election just a few days ago. Matt Bradley, Matt, thank you.
So
damn.
Yeah,
damn.
So that's pretty recent. Like I said, that's going on right now as we speak. They're still trying to, I guess. Well, I don't know if they're still trying to find the gunman. We haven't gotten that information on our end. But yeah, it was at least 3. They're saying at least 3 gunmen.
Fuck. Again, bro, and I hate to, every time these situations happen, I know I sound like a broken record, but I cannot stress it enough. I think we need to form a culture, and I mean, this obviously don't apply to the Russians because they have 0 gun rights. But I'm saying, just in case shit happens here, I think we need to have a culture that is always prepared for the worst. Like, we expect the worst and hope for the best. And what I mean when I say that is, if you have to go arm yourself, be efficient with that weapon. And even if you never have to use it, that's fine. But I think we live in a society that is so fragile that you literally one vote away from having a great society or living in a third world country where shit like this can happen at any moment, anytime. Even here in America, in a first world country, we have incidents like this where, and I get these were radical Islamic groups that did this, but those groups could form anywhere. It don't have to just be in Russia, or it don't have to just be in some Middle Eastern country. That shit can happen here, and we need to put ourselves in the best position possible to fight against this shit, just in case it happens. And you never know. And I'd rather have it or not need it than need it and not have it. I'd rather have a skill that I never need to use rather than not have a skill that I might need someday. So again, bro, I'm gonna sound like a broken record when I say this, man. Again, go get you a firearm legally, get efficient with that firearm, get a permit to carry, and carry that shit with you everywhere you can, and you might be able to save lives.
That's a fact. No, I mean, I couldn't say it better. I mean, I definitely agree. Protect yourself, arm yourself legally. protect not only yourself but your families. And all this. I mean, I know you know people want to go out and have fun, but in reality, we're not in those times anymore. You got to be careful about. You got to pick and choose. Yeah, definitely. Unfortunately, but you got to pick and choose where you want to put yourself at, and when you want to do it, because and whether or not it's really necessary, because unfortunately, like you said, it's not as safe as it used to be. People are, it's crazy times we're living in right now. So protect yourself, arm yourself legally, like Chucky said. Couldn't have said it better. So,
and again, I want to add that I will say now I am thankful that this didn't happen on American soil. However, I know we don't have the greatest relationship with the Russians, but these are civilians. Like, I don't never blame civilians. Any war or any act of extreme violence, or these Islamic terrorist groups that pop up, or just in general, any type of armed militias that form, and they take their whatever aggressions that they have out, and they take it out on this regular everyday people, bro. That is the scum of the earth, man. Like, that is the worst thing you could do, because really who perpetuates these type it's the leadership that makes groups like this even exist in the first place. And usually anytime there's a war or major conflict, I hate to say it, bro, but it's usually a bigger figurehead that is pulling these strings, that's even causing the conditions for these types of groups to form in the first place. And we need to be mindful that, again, just because we have this, this kind of, we're not really seeing eye to eye with like the world powers of the world, like the China and Russia, the citizens, we don't have a problem with them, bro. Whenever these wars happen and you get young 18-year-old men on both sides killing each other, they don't have no beef towards each other, bro. It's all the fault of the elites of the world that use their, I don't want to, maybe sometimes it's personal. They have their own little political agendas at play, and it causes people like me and you to send our brothers and our sisters and our uncles and our fathers and our children to these fucking deadly ass wars, and be either a victim or a perpetuator of these violent groups that pop up, bro. So we just need to be mindful of that, man, and just don't feed into the propaganda. And yeah, man, that's all I can say.
Yeah, that's a fact, man. And prayers go out to the ones who lost their lives. And they said it was over 100, about 145 confirmed injured. So that number, as far as the ones who passed away, could rise because this is a recent event. It just happened. So prayers go out to everybody involved in that situation.
Yeah, my condolences, man.
Yeah, man. So moving on to a more happier, or I'm not gonna say happier topic, because this is really beef. Is really
definitely a lighter topic.
Yeah, some shit that we know we're dealing with. Fucking, what do they call it? First world problems. Yeah. So, but interesting news in the hip hop world. Kendrick Lamar has something to say about the first person shooter track.
Hey, look, I know we ain't supposed to play it, bro, but at least play the part.
I think we can play his verse.
Oh, okay, play the verse
everywhere else. Yeah,
play the verse, bro. Fuck it.
So this song is called "Like That" by Future and Metro Boomin. So, and I'll touch on that after we play the little clip here, because I want to touch on something. Let's say it's right. Hold on, because he's gassing. Hold on, so he's gassing. So before we play the rest of that,
don't bring Kendrick out of retirement, nigga. Don't do it.
That was pretty crazy.
Don't do it.
Shouts out to Metro Boomin too, because that beat is crazy. But my whole okay, I'm gonna play the rest of it, but of his verse, but I was tripping off the fact that I guess they probably didn't record. I'm assuming they didn't record this in the same studio, because the relationship that Future and Drake have I would think that would be like a conflict of interest for Kendrick to be dissing Drake and J. Cole on his track. So I don't know. I just thought that was kind of weird. I'm like, I wonder what Drake is gonna say. Like, is he gonna be beefing with Future now?
That's interesting. Sometimes niggas catch strays. This sounds like a situation where that could possibly happen.
Yeah, but then again, like I said, I doubt that they recorded this in the set. But I mean, of course, although they didn't record it in the same studio. I'm assuming also that Future didn't just put this verse on the song and didn't listen to it or even acknowledge the fact that he was dissing his homie. So
right.
I don't know, because Future and Drake, they do projects all the time and they always do numbers. Every time they come out with something is big.
Facts.
Oh, let me see here. I don't think he's done.
The big three, nigga. It's just Big Me. Oh my god.
And also,
y'all woke up again.
I'm gonna let you touch on it too, because we were talking earlier about how you were saying like he basically was talking about the big three. You was talking about this bar in particular, and I was like, I was thinking in my head like, you made the point like Drake and J. Cole always make the point to say that it's three.
Yeah.
But so it doesn't seem like there's any beef there on their end.
Right.
But Kendrick, like, what made Kendrick feel some type of way about the song? Like, was there something? I got to go back and listen to that first person shooter, because did they say something that was like kind of like a little sneak diss to Kendrick?
No, I mean, listen, I don't know how you took it, but when I heard that song, it sounded like praise. Like I'm giving praise.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's always three. They always give them that. So I feel
I'm giving flowers.
Maybe I'm not gonna lie. Even this shit, as hard as this shit is, and as much of a fan as I am with Kendrick Lamar, I don't know. I feel like he jumped out the window on this one.
You think so?
I feel like he kind of jumped the gun, and he heard someone was feeling some type of way. I don't know, and maybe the fans got him hyped, people around him. I don't know, because I don't think that there was, like you said, I don't think there was any it was always praise on their end.
That's from my understanding. That's what I've always felt when I've heard that verse. It sounds like I'm sure I'm giving my flowers to the other two big dogs in the industry, right? And to be honest, Kendrick don't even really drop that much. You know, my theory is that I think Kendrick came out with this song as a way to build hype around a project that he might be dropping.
I agree with that, and I also feel like, everybody who is a Kendrick fan from day one, I think I also will credit this to his competitive rap nature. That he just, I just think, I don't even think that it might not be anything malicious, like as far as like personal. I think this is just like, okay, they're saying it's three. It's a competition. I'm trying to be the best. We're all trying to be the best. So
right.
I'm going to come out and challenge that. So now we're going to see who's number one, is basically what he's saying. I think that's kind of like what it is. I don't think it's really maybe, and like I said, maybe that's just me giving him the benefit of the doubt. I think he's just trying to like play it like, hey, this is a competition. Like how back in the day when he dissed, Jay-Z, all these different people, like he was calling, not necessarily dissing them, but calling them out in a sense of like in the spirit of hip hop. So I think that's basically what he's doing right now. It's like, okay, if we're saying it's three of us, who's number one? So it's the big three. Nah, it's just Big Me.
It's just Big Me.
I think that's kind of where like I said, maybe it's just benefited.
No, I think that's a great breakdown. I think that's like how you just like broke that down, bro. That's a good point. It's like, because if you really think about it, whenever people get into these discussions about who's the GOAT, you get niggas, you get people's top five, but everybody has a number one.
Right.
Everybody, nobody's. I mean, not nobody. There's a handful of people that just can't make a decision. But if you had a gun to somebody's head and said, who's the best rapper? Who's the best this? Somebody gonna give you a number one, bro. So I think, to your point, bro, I think Kendrick Lamar is just claiming that shit.
Kendrick Lamar is my in that list. Kendrick Lamar is my number one.
Yeah, out of those three, it's a really close between him and J. Cole, but I gotta go with Kendrick, man. I gotta go with Kendrick by the smallest of margins, though, because J. Cole is right there.
Yeah,
it's by the smallest of margins, bro.
I would put J. Cole second in my list.
Yeah,
before I put Drake. I mean,
yeah, Drake is dope as fuck, but he's just too mainstream, man. He's way too mainstream, you know.
I agree. That's my problem with
it.
Yeah, but so like I said, I don't think he's done. Let me see if I think this is. He got a couple more balls.
Oh my god! Oh my god!
Oh my god! This dude with it.
Hey man, Kendrick, man,
he might have jumped out the window. But he I'm telling you, he
jumped out the window, but he landed on mattresses, nigga. He landed on pillows.
That boy got cat-like reflexes.
He landed on his feet,
but he's Spider-Man. I'm telling you.
Oh man, that's
out here because that's crazy.
That's wild, bro.
We're talking top 3: Batman, Superman, and Spider-Man. Hey,
come on, bro.
Hey,
come on, bro. Yeah, man. Hey, look, I'm so disappointed, bro.
Batman.
I would love to get more music out of Kendrick, man. I feel like he don't drop enough, bro. I want to get some more music out of Kendrick.
Yeah, no, for sure. I definitely would like more music out of him. I ain't gonna lie, I was more of a fan of his older music.
Yeah.
But I definitely I still fuck with his music, his past few albums, but I think if he was more consistent, but also, I don't know, like I said, maybe I'm just being biased or, whatever, but I also feel like that's the reason why I don't prefer a Drake over a Kendrick, is because a Drake is more oversaturated.
Yeah.
It's more mainstream,
Big
like
time.
You just pointed out.
Big time.
It's like Kendrick, you anticipate his music. And he leaves you every time he gives you some music. He leaves you with some timeless shit.
Yeah,
so
that's facts.
I mean, you can't really. Facts. I don't know. You can't really compare the two. I think they're two different artists.
Oh, and another thing,
and Kendrick go.
I agree. And another thing, you know what we forgot? We forgot that. Remember when he dropped that dope ass diss track and mentioned Tyga, mentioned Mac Miller, Andre 3000, nigga was like he flamed.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like
that's
what I mean. That's
what I about that diss song, bro.
All them people, like all the rappers. Like,
he's like, I'm trying to bring competition back to rap, which is dope, because I think right now in the state of rap, I think competition's good in any form of entertainment, but especially for rap, bro, because people been getting away with lazy bars for too long, bro.
Yeah.
People been getting away with lazy lyrics, lazy bars, and bringing the competitiveness back into this shit will make niggas actually put in some work, bro. Because nowadays, rappers reach a point. Drake did it too, by the way. He's guilty. Where you remember that weak ass album he dropped where it was a bunch of like bullshit love songs on it. I don't remember the name. But I think a lot of these rappers get to the point where they know if they drop, it's gonna be a hit, bro. If you like, cause there's a point in a rapper's career, in my opinion, where they put in a lot of effort because they're chasing those hits. There's chasing those those big songs. There's chasing the actual substantial music. And once you reach a certain level, again, Drake is guilty of this, where if you drop it, people gonna listen. There's really no incentive to put in actual effort into these bars and give the audience some real perfection to your ears. You know what I'm saying? And we don't hear that too often. So again, shout out, W Kendrick Lamar for bringing the competitiveness back into this shit, bro, and challenging these niggas. Like, now let me see what you got.
It's like top 3.
That's all it is.
That, and that's what I was I meant to say at the beginning of this. I feel like this is one of the this is like a real good competitive beef that I feel like for this generation. Like we had certain, unfortunately they actually passed away with their beef as far as Tupac and Biggie, but like you got Tupac and Biggie, like they were like the top. Tupac, Biggie, I would say. Who else was out at that time? I mean, let's just throw a random name. I don't know. Scarface. I don't know. But anyway, let's just say top 3 then. You had all of them competing for who was the number one. And it's like, okay, they admitted it's like I said. I think Kendrick was just like, okay, there's three of us. So who's the top dog is what you're saying, like, because y'all here clicking up, and I think that's he pointed that out in the bars, like y'all clicking up, y'all can't be legit, like shit like that. Like he's saying, like, you guys are clicking up, I'm doing this on my own, and you guys are putting me in the same category as you. I think that's also a problem too. He's like, we're in two different categories because you guys are doing what you're doing together. I'm over here by myself because Drake has brung J. Cole on tour plenty of times, and Drake and Kendrick have done tracks together, so I'm pretty sure they've worked together, bring each other on stage. But as far as like the relationship that J. Cole has, which again, why I pointed out Drake's relationship with Future is kind of weird. It's like you guys make a lot of music together, you guys seem like you're pretty cool, so it's kind of weird that Future allowed that verse to drop. I don't know if maybe him and Drake got some issues. Maybe I missed something. I don't know, but I don't really follow Drake like that. So I mean, I don't
me either.
Niggas like that, but for the most part, I definitely don't follow Drake. But I just thought it was a weird dynamic, man. But that was definitely great competitive.
For sure, nigga.
That was crazy.
That was refreshing.
I'm waiting to hear what Drake, what Drake's response is, man. I'm waiting to hear what he got to say. Because I know he's gonna come with some shit.
He's gonna come with some heat. He's gonna come with some heat, bro.
And and J. Cole's gonna come with some shit.
Yeah,
he's gonna come with his shit's probably gonna be the hardest. I ain't gonna lie. J. Cole's response is probably gonna be the hardest.
Yes.
So I don't know.
I can't wait.
Then imagine. I don't know. Have they all done a track together?
All three of them on the same track?
Yeah.
Let's find out. That's a good question.
If they haven't, then hey, this might lead to a couple years of beef. Then they reconcile and drop the track.
Let me see if they don't drop.
That'll be one of the hardest tracks out. I feel like they have.
They probably have been on the same song before.
It may have been one song though, but I feel like they have.
Hey Google. Has J. Cole, Drake, and Kendrick been on the same song?
Yeah, because I feel like they.
No, I don't see nothing. I don't think all three of them been on the same song before.
So like I said, they might be for a couple years and then reconcile, and then we might have one of the greatest collab albums. Bro.
Bro. I mean, I don't know. Like, again, everybody's top 4 or 5 rappers is dope, but to me, the best rappers ever, my nigga, it's 5 of them, really, right? I would say 4. Right? I'm gonna put 5. I'll put 5. I got Drake, and not in this order, but just all of them: Drake, Kendrick, J. Cole, Joyner Lucas, Lil Wayne. To me, these 5 niggas is just different. It will be like you ever imagine like you put 2 things that you really love and you would love for them to collab, but they never will. To me, that's like kind of how I feel about this. Like I would love for Xbox and PlayStation to make a console. That'll never happen. I would love for Samsung and iPhone to make a phone. It will never happen. Right. I feel like it would be dope to see like, and whoever's top 5, this is just for a fun thought experiment. I would love to see anybody's top 5 just make one album, bro. Just imagine how fucking dope that shit will be, because you got the greatest talents ever that most people agree, and them putting those minds together to make a project, bro. How fire would that shit be, bro?
And the content in between time will be dope too. Like I said, 100%. The beef, the back and forth will be dope. Like just to hear them make tracks back and forth to each other, that'll be sick. So I'm waiting to hear their response, man. I'm pretty sure Drake. Me too. I don't think Drake is gonna wait too long with that. I feel like Drake is gonna respond.
He cooking right now.
I think J. Cole is gonna wait a little while.
Yeah, he cooking right now as we speak, bro.
Right.
He in the studio, nigga, conjuring up some fire, nigga, right now.
Hell yeah. So man, that's all I got, man.
Yeah, I appreciate it, man.
Y'all let us know in the comments, man, who y'all think will win that beef, man. I wish we could make it. See, if I knew these niggas, I'll film some new age 2024 beef tapes, man.
Right.
Niggas don't want to do that shit no more. They be too sensitive. Niggas be taking shit too serious nowadays.
For sure.
Oh, fuck that nigga. Like,
exactly.
But anyway,
Yeah, man.
Yeah, let us know in the comments, man, who y'all think will win that beef, man.
Yeah, let us know. We'd love to hear y'all thoughts, man. Again, bro, that's Wasp's Nest season 2, episode 17. Everybody, we appreciate y'all. Much love, man. It's always a pleasure having everybody tap in and be a part of this journey. You know, we out here we still going, we still flowing. Ain't shit gonna stop. Make sure y'all follow us, man. Check out the merch in the description. All the shit, man. Follow us on social media, man. And yeah, man, I love y'all, man. I really truly love y'all, man. Love y'all to death, man.
Man, all the love in the world. Appreciate y'all for tapping in all the time, man. Y'all can't say it enough. So I'm gonna keep it short tonight, man. Like he said, he gave all the information. Make sure y'all check out the merch. Those of y'all who follow me on Instagram, I got the merch. I have it in hand. So if you want it, hit me up. I'll mail you your shit, man. Tap in. So yeah.
All right, everybody. We love y'all. Peace.
Peace.